Hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Now today I wanted to talk about how you can get the most out of your Apple Watch. And I want to talk about some things that I use and some things that I do with my Apple Watch in order to really make the most out of this device. I think the Apple Watch is a super powerful tool. Being able to have essentially a phone on your wrist is really cool. And it's super futuristic as well. I mean, there's something slightly Tony Stark-esque about having a phone on your wrist. And I really love using my Apple Watch day in, day out for everything from tracking my sleep, setting reminders, talking to Siri. And I even use it for controlling my camera and as a viewfinder to be able to use my phone to film as well. So there's tons of things that you can do with your Apple Watch. And today I will go over my top tips in order to get the most out of your Apple Watch too. Now, the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to the Apple Watch is the health and fitness tracking. And it is probably the reason why the majority of people who own an Apple Watch bought their Apple Watch in the first place. Being able to see all your health metrics on your wrist is a real bonus. And Apple's health app is actually a really good way to view all your statistics for things like steps, distance traveled, calories burned, and a lot of your activity statistics as well. But what if you want to take it a step further than that? I've spoken about this app on the channel several times before, but the app that I use to get a lot more in-depth, detailed analysis of my health is the Bevel app. Now, the Bevel app is free to download and it's free to view all of your data. But there are paid features on there that allow you to have some additional benefits and also AI insights into your watch. And essentially what it does is turn your Apple Watch into a Whoop band, which is really cool because the Whoop band gives you, without a doubt, probably some of the best analysis of your health out of any fitness tracker on the market. And I think it's pretty well known that the Whoop gives you great insights. But Bevel can give you those same insights using the sensors that are on your wrist and in your Apple Watch currently. Things like your sleep score, which is far more in depth than the one that Apple gives you. Things like your body battery, and also detailed analysis on your heart rate variability and how that would affect your recovery as well on a day-to-day basis. So it's super in depth. If you're into your fitness, I'm sure you'll absolutely love this app. There is tons of stuff that I can go into about this app. So let's take a bit of a deep dive and I'll tell you some of the other things I love about the Bevel app. Now, one of the things I love about the Bevel app is just how many features you do get free on there. There are tons of features, hourly insights into how your body is coping with the day, and so much more that come free with this app. Things like calorie tracking, caffeine tracking, and daily journaling as well. So you can track things like using your phone in bed or when you have a late meal at night. So it's really in depth. It's a fantastic tool to track your health. And then it also has a built-in LMM, which is a language learning module, AI functionality. And essentially it works a bit like ChatGPT, but it's built into the app and has access to all of your health data. So for example, at the moment, I'm cutting down a bit of additional weight on my fitness journey. And one of the things I can do is talk to Bevel about how my body is coping with the cut. So I can say to Bevel, for example, I'm feeling really fatigued today. What would you suggest I could do to help? And Bevel will take a look at my analysis and my statistics, suggest reasons why I might be feeling fatigued and ways in which I can try and better myself for the next day. And because it's a LLM, it will learn with the information that I give it. So the more information I give it about myself, the more I talk to it, the more in-depth feedback it will be able to give me, which is personalized to my current situation. So the Bevel AI system is really powerful. And for anyone who does have Bevel, for example, and is not using that and is using ChatGPT separately, I would definitely recommend to bring your at least health questions into the Bevel app and use the LLM built into the app so that it can essentially learn more about you, learn what your goals are, learn what your aspirations are and areas in which you're trying to improve, so that it can analyze the data more accurately and give you more personalized feedback. Now, the AI insights, it will give you some free, but there are also additional paid benefits to having the AI on there as well. So, for example, I pay $5.99 for Bevel a month, and that gives me access to the more in-depth AI analysis of my data, and also some better suggestions on ways that I can improve. It's not something you have to pay for. I just personally think it's worth it for me, so I pay for it. But yeah, the Bevel app is fantastic, and it is one of the major ways you can improve the performance of your Apple Watch and your understanding of your health just from the sensors that are already pre-built into the watch. You don't need to wear an Apple Watch and a Whoop band. You can just wear your Apple Watch, and with the use of the Bevel app, you can get that same level of insight, which I think is really, really fantastic. Now, another way you might want to improve the usage of your watch, and this may be a controversial one, is to try and use Siri more on your watch for asking it to do specific tasks. Now, I have an Apple Watch Ultra Generation 2, and that means it does have onboard Siri, which is fantastic, and it works actually very well for doing things like setting timers, for example, and even sending messages. But there are a lot of other things that you can do with Siri to avoid you from having to take your phone out of your pocket all the time, or search things up there, for example. So one of the things that I'm doing to use my phone less is to try and use my Siri on my Apple Watch a lot more. It just means, again, I don't have to take my phone out of my pocket for things like setting reminders, timers, even alarms at bedtime. I'm not picking up my phone anymore, which is great, because I find that I was picking up my phone to set my alarms at night, and then before I know it, I would be doom scrolling the internet or something like that. And with my Bevel app, I'd feel sort of semi-guilty that I would be like, using my phone in bed, which I know I need to be better at. So that is definitely one of the things that I would recommend anyone who has an Apple Watch doing, is really use the features, use the Siri built into it. You can reply to messages on your wrist, which I think is fantastic, and try to transition from constantly having a phone in your hand to quickly asking Siri to do whatever it is that you need to do, and then continuing on with your day. I just find, for me personally, it has really put space between me and my phone, which I felt like at times I was sort of facing the phone a lot and missing what was really going on around me. So I would definitely recommend, if you are someone who is maybe on the fence about AI, about Siri, about these sort of assistants and how they can help you, just try it. Try to replace a couple of things a day, from picking up your phone and doing it manually to asking Siri to do it for you. And I can guarantee you it will save you so much time and so much effort, and also try to create a little bit of space between you and your phone. I know we all love our phones, but sometimes it's good to separate yourself slightly so you're not doing everything manually and on your phone. It saves you a lot of time. So just having it on your wrist, not necessarily having to get something out of your pocket all the time. I would highly, highly recommend you try and use Siri wherever possible. And I know it's not the most popular feature that Apple has ever come out with, but fingers crossed it will get better with this new Google partnership. So here's to hoping. Okay, so far you can use your watch to better track your health, and also to help you organize your life and try and make you use your phone a little bit less. But what else can you do with your Apple Watch to help you be more productive? Now, if you're someone who likes to film YouTube videos like I am, I use the Viewfinder app on my watch to be able to see what I'm filming and use the rear camera on my phone to take much better video. I also use it when taking pictures as well. So for example, you can go onto the Viewfinder, line up your picture, and then use your Apple Watch to actually take the picture, so you can use it as a camera remote. And this has been useful for me on so many occasions, both in and outside of YouTube. It's really difficult sometimes to line up my kids and my wife and everyone to try and get in and take a picture. And then if you want the better quality camera on the back, you can't necessarily see what it is that you're looking at or what's in view. So definitely trying to use it as a bit of a viewfinder to take some slightly better pictures is a really, really great way of being able to just take much better pictures. Make sure you're aligned, make sure that you're not moving the phone around when you're trying to press the button. It's a really, really handy feature, and I would highly recommend it for anyone who hasn't tried it. Another thing I would highly recommend using your watch for when you're out and about, when you're exploring a new city or traveling, is using navigation and maps on your watch. There are a lot of people, especially out in London, who are stealing phones from people's hands. And if you're wandering around looking at your maps on your hand, not only is your phone potentially going to get stolen, but also you're not enjoying the scenery, you're not taking in the views. So I would highly recommend, if you are someone who wants to go and see a new city, use maps on your watch instead of your phone. It is so much more convenient, allows you to take in more of the scenery. And if you're someone who likes to hike, you can download maps to your watch as well, which is fantastic. So when you have no signal, you still have the map available to see. As someone whose goal it is to climb a mountain this year, I will most definitely be using my Apple Watch for navigation. And I cannot recommend enough using your Apple Watch for navigation. It saves you so much effort, so much time, and allows you to be much more present with everything that's going on around you. So there we have it. A ton of ways which you can use your watch to try and improve your life, increase your productivity, and take you away from your phone screen and looking around and enjoying what's going on in the world a lot more. Hopefully you've learned some really good tips. Hopefully you go and try the Bevel app. This is in no way sponsored by Bevel. My channel is not big enough, but it's just an app that I really love and I use a lot and I'm really passionate about. So if you guys do want to give it a go, do give it a download. I would highly recommend it. And if you guys have any other tips and tricks on ways that you use your Apple Watch that I might have missed in this video, leave them in the comments section down below. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out and helps me to know what videos you guys enjoy watching. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out.